I'm a bit. What the fuck's this? Oh, wow, right. Share screen. Okay. Fancy. Very fancy. Like you must have, okay, because there's a new thing literally at the bottom. I know I'm freaking out here. It's literally 9 days or so. It's nearly 2 weeks of this thing. And there's a new thing here, like share your screen. I'd love to know what that is, but we're not trying tonight. But so you can basically show what you're looking at, like if you're looking at a news page or things like that. That's pretty handy now. For live streams. Like, do you remember when I was literally having a fit because I couldn't remember if I was dreaming about, that article related to that council in Limerick. I thought I was having a fit, So that's actually pretty handy. I actually didn't even know YouTube added that, so that's pretty handy now. So probably be pretty good if I'm ever talking about something. I didn't even know they had that. Hello, Fiona. Hello, everyone. I know I'm not dead, so I'm still here. Well, I think I am now. Sorry about being a bit late. I was getting me tea, and that's why I was a bit late. And then I got distracted for a second, and that's why I was late. By 2 minutes, I get the sack. So yeah, how we all doing? It's been a few minutes, let's put it that way. I have to get something done with this. It's off a nuisance. It's off a nuisance, I think. Trying to keep it semi decent. That's what I. It's awful. Looking. Are we looking forward to snow tonight? Are we looking forward to Snock there? Yes, Snock. Are we looking forward to that? To just push that down. We'd be all playing, throwing snowballs and making snowmen tonight. Where am I and what am I supposed to be doing here? See, it's so long since the stream that I'm forgetting what I'm doing. I probably should go to live chat. I used to be in a good habit of doing that. So yeah, a good few things to talk about. I don't know where actually to start, to be totally honest. So first of all, if anybody remembers, I talked about, but I didn't talk about it happened. The fellow who went around Cavan town with a meat cleaver and a machete too in his back pocket. Well, our good friends, the judges, have decided, he could have killed somebody. He could have he definitely could have killed him because he wasn't going around just for show and tell, bringing a meat cleaver around the place and chasing young women. He wasn't doing that for the sake of the show and tell, I suppose. He was out to hurt somebody, out to kill somebody. And the judges were like, you know what, 11 months to do, and we'll let you out early if you're good behavior. We'll let you out in 5 months' time. How about that? Also, you got bail too, even though you were caught with a meat cleaver, one on the place with a machete too. And you got bail for the last few months, Makes sense, Great country. Sorry, but yeah, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Is everything fine? Can everybody hear me? I actually should just check this out. Because YouTube is kind of there's been a few new things added to YouTube and stuff like it's just there looking at there a second ago about the share screen and stuff. So let me know if you see everything's fine. I think everything's fine. I might be a bit glitched out, I think, but apart from that, I don't know. I just double check myself just to make sure because it is a while since I was live and a lot of things can change. 11 months, yeah. So he'll probably get out, let's be fair, for good behavior. He'll be out in about 5 months at most. Because they give him good behavior or the suspended sentence or whatever, that kind of shenanigans. But isn't it great? And he can do the same thing again and get bail and only a few months in prison. It's very good, isn't it? It's a great time, I would think, you shouldn't be able to allowed to do that again. Let's put it that way. Even though a lot of people would say, at least he didn't stab somebody or do something like that. But the point of the matter is, I suppose, is that he wasn't going around for show and tell, and that's the behold answer. Hello, Gordon. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. He wasn't doing it for show and tell. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he obviously had bad intentions. If you wouldn't around with a meat cleaver, literally after young women, you know, it's not a good look, and it doesn't add up. Let's put it that way. Especially what happened the last few times in the country. You put two and two together, it doesn't go well. But the judges disagree, apparently. So obviously, this judge, he's a bit of a fucking bollocks, if you ask me. Like he's been there for a long time, and he's been over so many cases and stuff like that. He's just a total bollocks, if you ask me. Where's he from? Where's the person who was involved? I think it's someone Gambia or whatever, in some part of Africa. His father moved here or something like that. It's a long story, but that's what I gather. As far as I know, but I don't know really much about that. You know what I'm saying? So I presume he's in the country. His father came here or something like that, and he was born here or something like that. I'm presuming so. That's what I have taken so far. Yeah, somewhere around there, in Africa. His father originated from, or such and such, something. That's what they say now. Somewhere there, yeah. It used to be a French colony or whatever, back in the day. But yeah, just to let you know about that even though, to be in fairness, at least one thing I would say, that it was quick enough going to trial. I thought it'd be, in April or something like that. It'd be a few more months away. But in fairness, it was brought up, it was there pretty quickly because it only happened in December. I have to remember. Also, it feels so weird. I don't know why the camera must be off or something. I'm just trying to see because my movements seem weird, or the camera seems to be a bit weird, or whatever. Just seems to be a bit off for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's just me not being live for so long. I just feel it's a bit weird looking at it. But yeah. So I just wanted to update you on that. But this is the thing too. The Gaudi seized his passport. Well, allegedly, of course. Even though they said it, but we all know he probably flee the country or something like that. They seized his passport when he was out in bail and stuff like that, supposedly. So, don't know, actually. There's a big question mark if he's an Irish citizen. Because they did seize his passport. Well, he probably is an Irish citizen and he has an Irish passport. So, yeah, obviously he won't be a worry for a while. Let's put it that way. I know a lot of people around the town have been keeping an eye on him, which is a good thing. And doing the guard's job, to be totally honest. But at least to be out of his hair, out of the county's hair for a while. We see when he comes back what we will do. What we will do with him. But he definitely had to be kept an eye on because nothing to stop him really doing it again, unfortunately. Unless they do something. Unless they tag him or something like that and make sure they watch him at all times. But we have to wait and see. But I suppose we were just talking, Gordon. I have a good bit of things. There's a lot happened the last few days since I've been gone. So yeah, what next? I suppose we mentioned. So Sinn Féin's not looking too busting at the moment. As you've seen, Sinn Féin is not doing too well in the polls. Doing dreadful, to put it the least. And there's not much lost, to be totally honest. Nobody's going to cry over it. Sinn Féin have brought it over. And it's particularly on the stance with immigration. Like, we all know Sinn Féin are just completely open borders. They don't believe in borders. Whatever but open borders, they don't believe in borders, full stop. So straight away you're kind of like, you're asking for trouble when you have them kind of policies. Yeah, I know about King Charles as cat. But I suppose we'll see what happens. We can only hope for the best at it. But at least he's away for a few months, and he won't be an issue for a few months. So at least the people of the cavan could be a bit safer for the next few months, I suppose. Um, it's a long story. I try and move on from, but it's a long story basically. I made a whole video on it, so I would recommend watching that to explain it. It was going around weekly for yeah, it's about from December or so. So if you see that video, it will explain a lot more because I would literally have to go into every detail on it. So what else is there? Uh, so yeah, I'm sure people have seen the news too about uh, a politician, a former Cahirlocht of Cavan, Lord Mayor, in other words, uh, Sean McKiernan, I suppose, that he has basically stole a good bit of money from a charity. Oh well, not what he stole. Maybe I don't know really what the word is, the right word to use. Um, but he was up in court there and in trim for it. It was met the health charity too, and so we have to see what happens there. Um, but we have to see what happens. But I presume he'd be just let off because he's Fine Gael, the same shenanigans that happen. Yeah, I don't really know how to phrase it. Yeah, I suppose that's the way you could say call it that. Yeah, in a nice way, I suppose. But there's not really any way nice or anything like that. He broke the law. You have to face the consequences for breaking the law. And particularly for taking it from a charity, I meant the health charity, particularly. Like we're not talking about rabbit money, like €5 or €10. We're talking about nearly 200,000 euro. So very very serious stuff. Uh, Particularly when you had that position as Lord Mayor of the county. You know, even though he wasn't Lord Mayor when it happened allegedly, but you know. Oh, but yeah, this is the worst thing. Met the health charity. Well, so 172,000. So basically, you could nearly say it's 200,000. Uh, like it's a good bit of money, and particularly this is the thing that annoys me the most. And I suppose maybe when he took the money, whatever happened, the whole details are not emerged yet. But we know the money's not there, and he's up in court for it. But the worst thing about this, we all know that County Cavan particularly had a lot of young suicides now in the last 4 to 5 years. There's been a huge amount of young people committing suicide. Uh, and to take that money from particularly that charity too is another kicker for young people and for people in Cavan that somebody would do that. The money that's needed for people to seek help and to get counselling and stuff like that. It's a very disgusting thing to do. And we hope the judge will uh, deal with it accordingly, but we'll see what happens. But you know, I can get the link for an article, explain a bit more, but there's not much details released, I suppose, yet. We know that the money's missing, so it definitely took it. I know probably people see that now in the next 2 or 3 days because probably having me chocolate about. Having me chocolate about helping me out. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I know we have 4 people here. Sorry, I've been too busy chatting. So apparently we're going to just dig up the whole roads and build cycle lanes in this county. Very enlightening, of course. Oh yeah, John Bruton died, the former Taoiseach. To be totally honest, don't really have much to say about John Bruton. I wasn't alive when he was Taoiseach in 2000. Um, I don't have much really. I don't have much an opinion on about about him being Taoiseach and stuff. Um, so I don't really have much to say, but obviously it's sad because obviously he has family and his friends, and you never want to see somebody dying, of course. But I don't really have much an opinion on his political career. Um, what am I doing here? I posted in the chat the link to the article. I meant to get the Anglo South this week just to see about these things, so I can read exactly it. Any news from Zana? Well, there's actually a bit of news, but I get to that. I get that in a while. As well, I have a lot to discuss beforehand. So yeah, I think that's it. Just give me a second. I think that's. I think that brings you to the article. Yeah, it does. So have a look at that just to give you more detail. So have a look at that maybe for a second just to give you a bit more detail. So it's 58 counts of theft, which he's charged with. So yeah, it came up okay. Also, we have got 3.8 million in for bicycle lanes on Cavan, whatever they're going to do with that. Because they literally spent so much money out by the Institute there in Cavan Institute with bike lanes and nobody ever fucking used them. Also in the news, Cavan has the ninth highest population of refugees from Ukraine. Or some people from Ukraine, allegedly. So we have a lot of people in the county. So one of the highest in the country. Yeah, so it's not much detail though. And don't take notifications without too. So. Hello there, Shawnee. Hello. You're hardly related to this. You're hardly related to this form of Gahilok, I hope. Long story, but if you see the link that's in the chat, that'll explain a bit. You can't fix. Well, exactly. Yeah, we use and recycle, of course. Also, yeah. No, well, it's good. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the news. What they call recycling set of things outside shops have come into force. So when you pay, when you get a Lucozade bottle or something like that, small bottle, you can bring it back and get it recycled now and get a deposit. You basically pay the deposit and you get it back when you bring the bottle back. Now, obviously, that's good in many ways, but I get into it, I suppose, somewhat of the what is the shenanigans behind it. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, like Cavan is already taken in. It's insane, and that's just the people we know about. That's the sad reality. This is the people we know about. That's not even getting into other details. No, you can actually get your money back, like a few cents, for bringing your back. I don't think it's so. Maybe in some places it's still quite, but I think it is. I haven't checked yet. I find out someday about it. I've seen them in some of the shops in the town. I haven't really done it. Now I do know I bought a Lucozade, like an only Lucozade box. The only one you pay. I paid an extra something. It must have been an extra 30 cents or something like that. So I presume that's probably it, and you get it back, and yeah, 30 cents, 20 cents, or something like that. It was a few euros extra. It was a few cents extra. Because I bought Lucas a box the other day, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't really bothered about it, Environment, of course. Also, in the news, Eamon Ryan has said no cows can go into Dublin City anymore after August. He's going to go with a shotgun and kill whoever goes down the street with a cow. Allegedly, of course. In the game, of course. Eamon Ryan's going to be in GTA 6. Just think of that now, but allegedly, of course. To you. Well, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing yet. Obviously, it's good if we recycle stuff, particularly plastic bottles and stuff. Because a lot of stuff just goes into landfills and it's just rotten there. It's better that we use and recycle. But we have to wait and see. Yeah, so it's basically not in the city centre, I think. Like him and Ryan was talking about, I seen it there earlier on. I get the thing. I actually only read a bit of it, so I look at that now. Where was it? It's the same as I was saying earlier on. Cavan has got 3.8 million for bicycle lanes. Whoever the fuck we're going to put bicycle lanes for 3.8 million? And the recycling said, yeah, even that just too, yeah. But see, it's just to try and it's just to try and encourage people to do it. Because in fairness, now we do kind of have to do something about particularly plastic bottles and stuff like that. Because I can't tell you how many plastic bottles I've lifted in my lifetime, or Lucas say cans and stuff like that, and disposable vapes and stuff like that. Like it's insane, and all that goes to the landfill, just to say, into landfills, and they just kind of what's there. It takes years for Lucas say bottle or a water bottle to disintegrate. So something have to be done eventually. Because it is bad, in terms of people just dumping things everywhere, and it's just kind of not good for the environment. I know environment, MNY and 2.0, yes. Yeah, we'll go like Amsterdam and Copenhagen and stuff like that. Eventually, will. Now, a lot of people can argue, it is the city. You don't need a car, which, in fairness, maybe you don't in a city. Like Dublin, particularly, because you have trams and buses and stuff. You don't really need a car. Like imagine in Cavan you didn't have a car or something like that and you needed to go to another place. Like you'd be pretty fucked because you only have local link buses, the odd CIE bus. You're pretty fucked in rural Ireland if you didn't have a car. But in the city set, you can generally be fine. Yeah. Need to find this. Are you on TikTok? I'm not on TikTok. Why am I? Why, Jesus, we're talking about TikTok. I am not on TikTok at all. Yeah, so he plans to ban cars from parts of the city in August. That's good. Well, no, but why? I'm interested. Why? Do you think him spying? Do you think him being spied on by TikTok? Like I wouldn't use TikTok. I don't believe in TikTok. It's just basically a wing of the Communist Party of China, the Italians. Also, the man that was, the Chinese told him to stop filming them, even though they went up to him. He's really giving them a hard time now. The Chinese government. It's not really a hoax, but it's basically just spying on you, to be totally honest. It's not really that it's a hoax. It's literally just a spyware for the Communist Party of China. Literally, quite literally, it is. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous stuff now. Like it's a dangerous to national security. So yeah, Eamon Ryan has basically said he wants to ban cars from some parts of the city centre. Hello, Spider. How are we doing? So we see how that goes. It'll probably not go too well for him. Up to the cafe. My son is on TikTok and was asked to go up to a cafe and things. So it sounds very anonymous, just to say straight away. Um, can I ask for what purpose? I suppose it seems very anonymous. Just turn up to this cafe, Um, like is it some TikTok kind of cafe thing? Yeah, it sounds pretty shady straight away just by saying that. Uh, yeah, like I've seen that in China. Yeah, it promotes traditional values, but when you see the modern day TikTok, it's pretty cringe. Just to say, people with blue hair, telling you and to have 6 or 7 cats, telling you how you should abort your babies and stuff like that. Um, you know, you can understand that. Uh, yeah, like you get the gist. You know yourself. I never was on TikTok. I've seen often things on YouTube about it, and it's just insanity in some TikToks. And that young people are exposed to this too. And it's not even that; it's all kind of just the Chinese government want to influence you, and trying to indoctrinate you, I suppose, in a way. On both sides, well, not really extremists on both sides, but it's kind of the extreme left to be done more than the extreme right or anything like that, or the middle of right or whatever you want to call it. It seems to be all far left agendas. Um, Monkey see, monkey do. Yeah, exactly. It's just whatever gets fused, and that's really all just it is. Like, many times I've heard parents talk about their young daughters, particularly, kind of just dancing inexplicably and stuff like that, just for views on TikTok and stuff like that. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, I just use YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, and that's about it. Don't do much more than that. That's it. I literally use nothing else. Let's be totally honest. And I bet I'm probably better off, to be totally honest, with just using them. Because it's something that I know and generally I can trust. Generally, Mark Zuckerberg, I'm looking at you, but generally. But yeah, but I hope your son's okay. If I presume it's some TikTok cafe that does TikToks and stuff like what they call them. Welcome here to Sound Quality Gives Monaghan. That's Sound Quality Gives Monaghan. They have a TikTok and they have a Twitter page and stuff like that. She's well known for that, but I know of her by Twitter, But she's very famous on TikTok. Allegedly, many people have said. Can't afford was yeah. A lot of people are just like an anonymity and stuff like that. Good evening, Sean. How are we doing? And yeah, I tell a lie. I have actually Gab, yeah, but I never use it in the real answer. Uh, like the only thing I mainly use is YouTube. Um, like Facebook, but I kind of hate it in the way, but at the same time, I have majority of my close friends and family, and I keep in touch with them through Messenger and stuff like that. So in a way, you can't really go from it. But because who could trust Mark Zuckerberg with your information? Like he actually is just a robot. Also, Elon Musk put in what they call them chips into somebody's brain or something like that. Quite insane. See what? I don't know that. I don't know. See, there's that much things going through my head at the moment because I haven't been live in the last 9 days, so to trying to get up the scratch of where I am or what I'm doing or who I am. Oh, we're not really Twitter. Twitter's not that bad. It's mainly Facebook. You couldn't really trust them with it. Yeah. So Eamon Ryan is just often his Looney Tunes campaign. You wonder, does he live in the right planet? But sure. Yeah, one though. Also, the media are going to have a meltdown now. Uh, Very soon. Also, what the fuck am I just after seeing him? Exactly, of course. Um, so YouTube has just added, uh, the shorts on YouTube have basically added you can actually go live in the YouTube shorts for whatever reason. Who likes YouTube short? Who cares? Like it's just literally taking advantage um of TikTok. Because young people you like the short things, not in that way, but uh, massive. Yeah, I was trying to invade Leitrim, of course. Well, obviously we didn't. We succeeded. We didn't try. We succeeded overwhelmingly. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Yeah, so Tucker Carlson is going to interview Vladimir Putin. Uh, so the media literally going to have another meltdown after that. So get ready for teacher quiet about it for a week. Well, it hasn't come out yet, but yeah, yeah. That he did it. If it's 2 hours long, it hasn't come out. It's going to come out tomorrow, I think. So I will listen to that just to see what has to be said. Uh, so apparently, too, I better not speak with my mouth full. But here's the crazy part. Here's the next part. Sorry, I'm eating. I hope I'm not offending anybody beating, because it is bad manners to speak and eat at the same time. Um, the European Union, so the EU, basically, are talking about the travel ban. So for Tucker Carlson, because they don't like it basically. So basically, he can't enter a European country. That's probably what's going to happen. So if he just walked up here to Ireland in the morning, they could throw him out basically. Which is very ironic, It can seem like we let anybody in that doesn't have a passport, we just let them in, and then somebody comes along after interviewing somebody they don't agree with, they just fuck them out of the country. That's what the EU planning to do. Oh, I know, but it's kind of stupid in the way because it's just insanely stupid. What the like? There's people doing a lot worse and they haven't been banned for the EU. But I don't think they'll go ahead with it because they'd just be ridiculed. The EU, Ursula von der Leyen, and them just ridiculed to the ground upwards. Because Tucker Carlson has done, yeah, like it's basically destroyed Joe Biden himself. Let's put it that way. Also, poor Nikki Haley too. Speaking about the United States, is kind of gone. Like she's nowhere to be found now. She's just defeated at the stage. Which even though she won't admit, but she's kind of just fucked. She can't win the Republican nominee. I know some people don't like Tucker Carlson. That's understandable. But yeah, you like who you like, I suppose. But yeah, like unless everybody can agree, the United States Mexican border, uh, that shouldn't be going on. Hundreds of people, not even hundreds of thousands of people nearly coming across every day of the week. Uh, you, and just allowed to just run rapid in the United States and claim everything under the sun. You know, it's not very fair. Let's put that. It's not the right thing. It shouldn't be happening. Um, but in fairness, like CNN, are not calling these things out. It's Tucker Carlson that was the person calling it out on Fox News. I was not really a woman for president. It's more that Donald Trump has far too much support from supporters. It's not the Republican establishment, the mainstream Republican establishment, are just like in love with Nikki Haley, But it's the people that don't want to, let's put it that way. Because literally every day of the week uh, is Israel. We need to defend Israel and stuff like that. Like the United States doesn't exist. As Nikki Haley said one time, Israel is more important than the United States of America. And you're like, who are you? Are you wonderful? Is the Israeli Prime Minister? Who are you wonderful? Well, that's what Nikki Haley literally said. So regardless, people are flooding across the Mexico border. The biggest issue is Israel. We need to give more weapons and money to Israel. So when you see that, and literally that's the only thing she ever goes really on about. The only reason why a lot of people are supporting Donald Trump is because he's saying, I don't want to let anybody in that comes in illegally. We're going to deport them. We're going to send them back. We're going to build a wall. We're going to stop this madness. We're going to take control of the country again. We're going to bring law and order back and things like that. And people love it. That's what people want. They don't want just Nikki Haley going on about that. We have enough of it with Ben Shapiro. Listening to Ben Shapiro every day of the week. Go on about it. Yeah, he doesn't want a war. Yeah, exactly true. Like Joe Biden's literally, I've never seen a man that has done such damage. Like, does anybody even remember Afghanistan? Like that happened, and then what's happened in the Middle East now, and then Russia and stuff like that. Like America's supposed to be the world police, and it seems like they're doing a very poor job of it. But yeah, not even that. It's just the Afghanistan particularly. Like, why did they spend 30 years in Afghanistan, spending billions and billions trying to rebuild the country after they took over it? Just to let the same crowd take over again, and you're losing hundreds of thousands of American lives. It wasn't really watered, was it? Yeah, like it literally is. Americans' foreign policy is just all around Israel. Like America, this is the thing. America could really say to Israel in the morning, stop this shenanigans you're doing in Gaza. And they would have to stop because if the United States said, we're not going to give you a cent in funding, like if Donald Trump took over, probably, it has stopped very quickly. But yeah, Joe Biden just has. Like I posted the video there on my community tab. It's worth the watch about Joe Biden's administration and stuff. But it's kind of fucked everything. Yeah, it's kind of religious reasons, but there is something more sinister behind it too. I kind of get I know what you're saying, but it's just that the United States is kind of isolated at the moment too, because it's the only country really in the world that doesn't want a ceasefire or doesn't want a kind of peace treaty. Like the United States just formally, whatever Israel does, it stands beside it more than any. But again, as I say, the United States could stop whatever's happening in the Middle East at the moment if they wanted to. Not even by using any kind of force, just saying no more money to Israel. You have to stop it before we give you another cent. And they would probably have to comply because, But yeah, it's a whole different kettle of fish. It's a hundreds of thousands year old conflict with, no, we're not hundreds of thousands year old, but a 50-year nearly conflict with Palestine and Israel. So, it's a difficult situation to work out as well. But yeah, so yeah, there was a good going on to another thing. I'm just trying to go through everything in my brain. So there was a good few people around now. Sunday, wasn't it Sunday? No, it was Monday. Sorry, what am I taking up? Monday, yeah, the big protest in Dublin. It's great to see it. Now the media only said about 5 people turned up, but I think we can all agree there was more than 5 people there. Let's put it that way. Um, maybe give or take 5,000, 6,000. That's being generous. But definitely a lot of people. Buffett. Oh no, it's we all know who it is, but oh dear. Oh no, I've annoyed YouTube. We probably shouldn't. We don't. We probably should get out of the Middle East. I know. I know that's. Yeah, we probably should get out of the Middle East. So, because we have annoyed somebody. Yeah. Oh, it's all fine now. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So enough about the Middle East. Though we be, you know, oh, Uncle Sam might pay a visit to us, and we don't want Uncle Sam on the doorstep. We don't want that. And I'll go down to Dixie. Is everything fine? Are we still with us? Are we still here? I think we're still good. I think we're still good for the moment. But yeah, so there was a good lot of people in Dublin Monday, which is great to see at the protest. Basically against the government. I wouldn't really say it's against immigration; it's against the government at this stage. Just to get rid of them, get them out. So that's just the straight answer. Just get them out. Get them out. Get them out. That's as simple as that. That's the only message we need to get out to people, that the government needs to go out. Get them out. That's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. Just out. Yeah, it's just against the government. Like, not even immigration, just against the government. We want them out. Like, we don't want to even negotiate them with them at this stage. Negotiations out the door. Time to see that, say to Leo, there's the door, open the door and use it, and get out. Very good, very good. Well done, Gordon. But so it was a great turnout. Even though the media said there's only about 5 people turned out, that's literally what OT said. Oh yeah, there was about 5 people turned out, but there was more on the other side, of course. Joe Biden, wake up! Or he's asleep now, so don't wake Joe up. But the one thing we have to give Joe Biden credit for is that he didn't retire from the presidency. He's seen his term out so far. Like, he obviously hasn't in November. But we're lucky that Kamala Harris didn't take over. So just to give him praise for that, because, I think the world just be fucked then if Kamala Harris took over. Because let's be fair, Kamala Harris just kind of laughs with everything and doesn't make any sense. He talks about electric school buses, and that's about it. It's up to you to walk through it, exactly. But yeah, so they're going to have a very bad time, seems the government too, along with Sinn Féin. As we talked about earlier on, Sinn Féin has lost a lot of support, which holy shocks, isn't it? It's a holy shock. You don't believe in borders or anything like Sinn Féin. How are you surprised that you've lost so much support? And people are very concerned. Particularly, the main thing now in the country is immigration. Like, it's simple as that. There's nothing really else at the moment. It's immigration, then obviously housing and healthcare is behind that. But the main issue now is set to stage is immigration. It's simple as that. What is a woman exactly? Too, like, none of the TDs probably could answer you when you asked you what's a woman. Even though what is the vote and what is the family and stuff like that. Even though they don't know themselves what a woman is, and that's coming up soon at the 8th of March. But that's a whole different kettle of fish too. But yeah, the government wants to vote, and the what should decide what a family is, even though they can't tell you what a woman is. Very logical people, and they say trust the science and stuff like that when we were all locked down and stuff like that. And the same people are going against science. It's all very convenient, isn't it? Yeah, and you wonder why people don't vote. You wonder why people have lost support for Sinn Féin because a lot of them are moving to independence and moving to other parties, other so-called far right parties, of course. So-called far right, but we all know at the end of the day who the far right are because the government keeps saying it, the media keeps saying we all know who are the far right because we've seen what happened after the protests Monday. The Gaudis surrounded a few people, tried to intimidate, tried to incite something. It's incitement what the Gaudi done the other day. Um, they're literally the far right. They're just trying to provoke people and trying to cause violence. The Gaudi and the government and the state. The state is the far right. The government and the Garda Sín O'Connor are the far right. Along with the press. You know, that's the sort of they're the people who are the far right. Because the way the government and the state is acting is they literally like the far right. Because they are literally the far right. Like imagine that the people who are calling everybody far right are the far right. It makes sense, doesn't it? Because the people who shout the loudest about being far right and stuff like that, they are the far right. Paul Murphy and them are the far right, of course. Yeah, like Sinn Féin has the gov. Like I know the assembly in Northern Ireland was stored, which is obviously good that they have a government in Northern Ireland because they did need a government. There's been a lot of issues in Northern Ireland. Of course, it's good that they have a government, some kind of government, even though Sinn Féin is leading the government technically. To have some form of government, it's good to see for stability and stuff like that. And because obviously Northern Ireland, you never know what could happen. But yeah, just for Sinn Féin to come out and say we're a nationalist party, I think they're kind of just, I don't know, bullshit. Well, they've been always bullshit, but they kind of just double bullshit themselves now. But yeah, Sinn Féin will probably have to, even though they are going to run away with it in Cavan, just to say, like that, there's no doubt about it. The Sinn Féin and Cavan are just going to run away with it in the next election, the local county election. There's no doubt about that. But in other parts of the country, they're probably going to face a lot of trouble. Let's put it that way. But yeah, Sinn Féin get what they deserve. Let's put it that way. Nobody's going to feel sorry for Sinn Féin. The same with people before profit too. They're not going to do too well in the next election, apparently. Yeah, I know what you're talking about in the 1998 Sinn Féin Ardèche. I know. I don't think you're allowed to say it, but I know particularly what you're talking about. I've often heard about it and then I often know about it. So the one that, by gosh, the one that how they've lost so much support. And Fianna Fáil Fine Gael not looking too good either. And the same with the Greens are just kind of dead, like they just kind of have destroyed themselves. Because let's be fair, Eamon Ryan has just literally destroyed themselves up in Pierce. Like I never seen a man that's just so out to destroy his party. Like let's put it that way. Like he literally is destroying his party. Because every time he opens his mouth, he's doing so. He's making everything worse. But yeah, anything else anybody want to talk about any other Any other fun stuff happen? Uh, we'll be soon at St. Patrick's Day too, just looking at the date. Tomorrow's February the 8th. They'll all be soon off to different parts of the fucking world the next few days. Um, Next few weeks, sorry, not the next few days. It's a good while yet to St. Patrick's Day, but not that long actually. Come and see, but also the farmers' protest too. There was a protest held around the country. It's a shame they didn't keep it up for a while. Like they should have kept it up for a few weeks instead of just a while. Like as they're doing in fact in other countries, they should just be out in the street 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the United States. But everybody should see what Sinn Féin now. That's it. That's all. Actually, sorry, just give me a second. I just remembered something else. I remembered. Um, so I put up a poll there. Where am I there now? About 3 days ago. I seen that there and only said it. Seen it, sorry, said it, seen it, saying the same thing. So I basically asked, should I stream twice a week? And majority of people, 57% of people, said yes. I should stream twice a week, and 43% said would. So we're going to stay at twice a week for the moment. So we'll be back Saturday basically. So we're going to keep the same schedule Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now I can't say specifically the time, but it'll be sometime in the evening. Twice a week. Yeah. I don't know. Just see the polls on the community tab. I just basically asked people, should I stream once a week, like on a Wednesday, and not stream on a Saturday, or should I stream on a Wednesday and a Saturday? So people have said stream Wednesday and Saturday. So you're going to have to put up with me for more, but don't blame me. It's you have to blame the people on YouTube. So yeah, it's just basically been always it's basically the same. Obviously, if I feel like streaming at some random point in time, we could do that, but exactly what's the blue moon at 8 p.m. We see, like today it was 7 o'clock. We see how we go. It's sometime around that time anyway. It never probably be before 6 o'clock anyway, regardless of what happens. So probably from 6:30 onwards, if it does happen. But we see coming into the summertime and stuff, I might have a bit of extra time and stuff to go live and stuff. We see how we go because again, I just can't guarantee times. But that's why I let people know earlier on that it was going live at 7 on the community tab. So yeah, it's also a jog. Yes, one of them kind of dogs. Uh, I presume we're looking forward soon to. I presume we're looking forward to the councillors coming around knocking on our doors looking for votes. Uh, yeah, you probably live in the back fucking end of nowhere, Sean. Like in the back end of Donegal or some part of it that literally nobody can find. Yeah, but we've obviously afraid too, yeah, of going around because people will give them an eight, if they did go and Sinn Féin and Fianna Fáil and everything again, they're not likely going to have a good response from majority of people. A lot of people are going to call them out for what they are. Yeah, far white who don't agree with me. Everybody's far white. And then when they come looking, everybody's far white apparently. But apparently, all the people that went on that protest in Dublin are far white. 6,000 of them are far white. Apparently, everybody else is far white. Anybody who disagrees at all on immigration is far white. Everybody's just far white. At this stage, the fucking bishop is a far white Nazi. At this stage, that's literally the way the government's going on. Everybody's literally far white. Even the baby in a pram is a far white adjutant. And there's far too many far white ones. Like literally everybody's far white, in the government's eyes at this stage. But we see what happens. I haven't come across any yet, like canvassing and stuff. It was obviously a bit too early yet. I say yes, but we see. But I say we'll have some around. Uh, what was I going to say? So yeah, what was I going to say? So I'm sure people have seen too about an N2 representative that's running for the Cavan area, which the area I'm in the Cavan Municipal Authority. I'm sure people have seen that N2 representative that's supposed to be running in this area. I don't know if the people have seen that. It went viral on social media. Uh, there's obviously three N2 representatives. Like, there's three of them going for the local authority elections in the three constituencies because Cavan has three constituencies. You have to remember. The Cavan Belturbid won the Ballygym stuff, Virginia Municipal Authority. Then what they got, the Ballybook Cotillo Municipal Authority, yes. Yeah, vote no one no, and they hit him out, definitely. 100% in that. But I don't know if people know what I'm talking about, the controversy around that. Well, not really a controversy, but, there's been talk about it, I suppose, is the best way to put it. I presume nobody knows. I'm going to tell you nothing. No, you're thinking about the one what's coming, I think. Early into holding meat over the house. I would the bit better than Sinn Féin in a way. Bit better. Uh, like a lot of them would have left Sinn Féin to join A2 and stuff like that. Like I know a good few people in A2 and stuff like that. Like the people that are not, wonderful candidates and stuff, and they're kind of the same as you and me. They disagree. I suppose you could call them far right, extremists. Um, but a lot of them left were in Sinn Féin and the seen it for what it was and kind of went to the end to, I suppose. But there's some questionable things now about the into leadership, but apart from that, there is good people in the into, but I think they're just being misled a bit in some regards. Like Sinn Féin are just there's no hope in saving them at this stage. Let's put it that way. With Sinn Féin, so it's kind of a lost cause. Sinn Féin, trying to save them. But I guess nobody knows about the post in the yard. Um, but yeah, uh, I presume nobody knows. But okay, I talk about it at some stage. I know when the election comes around, I talk about it because we will be talking about the election. Literally, you'd be sick of me talking about the cabinet elections, like the people who won and stuff like that. I give my in depth opinion on it and stuff like that. So I literally will drive people mad with it. Um, so so I talked about. You've probably seen it on my community tab that there is an independent, I suppose. Um, One of them, the Captain Catil now, Miss Bultowdy. Now you know about Catil, what's happening in Catil with the White Horse. Uh, have just been horribly treated the people of Catil in general, but not even that. The people who've been protesting for the last, God knows, 50 weeks, 60 weeks, they've just been abandoned, just been forgotten about, just been ignored. It's the word to use. Just been ignored by the political establishment and by the government, of course. So they are one of the they are one of the candidates. So we see what happens there. But we probably have seen them on community tab. But we do wish her all the best, of course, Fiona McCormack. We do wish her all the best in her one for the seat in the Bay Book Attila Municipality. Like these municipalities, just a big long names and south of that sometimes. But yeah, do check her out. Check her out. If you are in the Belto, like not the Belto, but the Bayabo Cotil and Municipality, do definitely give her a vote if you're in that area, definitely. You're talking about this? Like, so obviously, I go through the two candidates here. So obviously, of course, we have Sarah Wiley. Which Sarah is a very, I know Sarah Wiley. She's a very, very good politician. She tops the poll in her constituency, in the Cotil Bayabo constituency. She is very, very good, Sarah. She is very, very good. I know a good while. Uh, she's very straightforward. She's no messing. She is a good person. So I'm very fond of her. Let's put it that way. She's a good politician. I will admit that. She's done a good bit for County Cavan. And particularly for our area too. Like you just see the extreme support she has. It just goes to show that she is very, very good at her job. And then obviously you have Tenders of Hero, which one? You're talking about one of the papers had done Labour hand to the man as a hero. Oh no. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, and then you have what do you call? I can never take the one in Banya, like the one at Banya. I wouldn't mind I even met her once before. I can't remember how to go look. So do a fact check. What do you call it? I even shared a post. What do you call it? So, but then the fellow here, like there's a man running in the cabin patrol, which we were talking about. He's a man. It's a long story. We probably shouldn't get into it now, but so basically, there's two women, one for Ain2 and the three from the three constituencies, and there's one man. That makes any sense for Ain2 now. Where am I? Yes. Yes, Grania McPhillips. Yes, that's who she is. The one from Mania, the N2 representative down that area. Yeah, I couldn't think of her name, even though I met her once before. I couldn't remember. I knew her face. I can remember people's faces, but I can never remember their names. But yeah, no, it's a long story with the N2 representative, I suppose, up here. Because there's been a lot of talk about it, and but we save it for a different night because there'll be a whole big discussion about it. And obviously we'll talk about it, particularly when the local county election comes around. We see, but the invitation is there for any member, any person that is seeking to get a seat in any of the constituencies in Cavan. The offer is there. You can come onto the stream for 30 minutes or so if you want to just talk for a second. I know a lot of them would be just absolutely terrified. The established politicians would be absolutely fucking mortified to bring me to coming onto my stream and at me asking questions. Um, like they're going to be absolutely mortified. I'm assuming none of the Fianna Fáil representatives are going to come on. Let's put it that way. But the office there, if any of them wish to take it up, even though I'm going to say to them, be prepared to ask some very hard questions, and I'm not going to go easy on it. Let's put it that way. But so be warned, I suppose, if any of them wish to dare to come on. It's hard to know what's going to happen in the October, like in this area where I would have been running. It's hard to know what's going to happen because Madigan Alkin, for the Fine Gael councillor, she's been councillor for God knows 40 years at this stage. She's retired. I had to put it like that. She's retiring this year after the election, so she's not seeking re-election. So it's probably going to be the same old, to be told. So I don't know. It's starting to have 50-50 with the Sinn Féin if Sinn Féin will get a seat here. But the other parts of Cavan, they're definitely going to get a seat. So it might be a big enough change. So it's hard to know. There's nobody really guaranteed in the Cavan Tobit area to get a seat, to be just get straight away into a seat. Like Sarah O'Reilly is guaranteed. Like I can tell you that for a start. For the into like Sarah O'Reilly is just going to get in on the first count. She's not even. It's basically not even going to be she's going to get in straight away. Like there's no doubt about that. But Sarah O'Reilly. But I don't know about the rest of the councillors. The kind of. May I have a seat? No, you may not have a seat. Well, of course. Yeah, but I know, but none of them will come on because I've asked one or two of them that are councillors and they very much against coming on because they know I would generally, and this is the thing, they know rightly that I would gradually ask them a few nice questions and then just absolutely pulling them with a few other questions. Particularly because they don't want me to raise about Gatill, what's happening in Gatill. They don't want to be brought on and asked because they're not asked by the local media, but they know I asked them because I've asked them before about it. They know rightly that I would bring it up, and they would kind of be stuck. They couldn't get no one away. So I would kind of upset them some fears because I would ask them questions they don't want to kind of have to acknowledge, and they couldn't just leave the call. They would have to acknowledge me. They would have to say something. Yes, they couldn't just run away. So that's why not many of them will probably want to come on. But the offer is there if any of them want to come on. Yeah, Sarah Wiley's very, very good. I'm very fond of Sarah, just to say. I suppose she's one of the councillors I'm actually very fond of in the county. That's what I'm biased. I know, biased. But no, she is a good politician. And the people of her constituency really like her. So. And it's plain to be seen. She's done a lot for people in her area. She is a very good councillor. So, high praise, isn't that right? So there's no doubt about that. That's literally the one seat that's guaranteed just to be filled in that area. But I don't know about the West constituency. The other councillors probably will have to fight for the positions in a lot of regards. Particularly one or two Fianna Fáil councillors, they will literally have to fight tooth and nail to get in because they've kind of outstayed their welcome. Let's put it that way. So it's going to be hard for them. But we'll cover it all, and that's the good thing about me not winning in the local town election, is that I can actually talk a lot more about the election stuff and focus on other people's campaigns and talk about it and stuff like that. Even though they're probably just dreading that too, but they're probably just delighted that I'm not winning because it'd be a nightmare if I was winning. Because literally I'd be talking about Annex and Leach. Like, imagine that. Everybody's out, we're going to build houses and stuff. And I'm just like, we need to make Cavan great again. And the way we do that is we take over Leitrim and we unite with Cavan. And that's why we're going around telling people we need to take over Leitrim. you know. And I'd be talking about some things that you can't talk about, and I would annoy a lot of people. Let's put it that way. Would literally drive the media mad, basically. They would literally go ballistic in this country if the I went one. So they're probably all just delighted that I didn't win. Because I'm be on a different level. Like if you think I'm bad here now, you should have seen what level I would have been on if I was out canvassing and stuff like that. I would just literally have caused a ruckus that would have been something fierce. So, and that's mainly one of the reasons why, because it would have been just an outrageous amount of ruckus I would have caused. That it would have been insane. Yeah, Brandon Patrick. I don't. Well, the Dáil election's obviously going to be another while, but I don't see Labour doing too well. Labour, before that they kind of betrayed the working class, but they've kind of gone full on betraying the working class now. So they kind of just I same with people before profit. Like they just like there was a poll done. And the majority, like I think it was 7% or something like that, of people that were surveyed, that were people before profit voters particularly, said they would vote for Ireland First, the Belize party, or something like that. So they don't believe what the Labour Party is preaching. That's what that is. So there's a lot of discontent within the so-called, the socialist parties, I suppose you could call it. Like that's happened a lot in the socialist parties. Bum 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 bing 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 bong bing 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 bong bing 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 bong. But we see, I don't think that would be very nice. Let's put it if we do that. Yeah, well, definitely to seem to be. Well, the Labour Party's definitely just finished. Whatever people before profit, they might go on for another while, but I don't know. What's your favourite band? No, Neil. Neil I can't remember. This is my favourite pen, even though there's no ink in it anymore. I still kept it. It's kind of a cavan pen. It's the white and blue. I have it, like I literally going over that side with the cameras here. So that's my favourite pen, even though it's no ink. I like this too because I had it done especially for me, and stuff like that. And then this pen was specially made for me too. So it's all, I have loads of pens that I like. I don't know. And of course, like me, I'm fucking going to who, Set back to no. Yeah, they came illegally into the country, but we should probably give them everything. Even though, let's be fair, if you said that in another country, but again, we all understand the don't agree with all that kind of stuff. Anyway, where am I now? We want nothing to do with a backwards-looking idea of a sovereignty. Me homo. Got it. We want nothing to do with a backwards idea of sovereignty. Take me home, 100 words. Also, here's Eamon Wine. We hear what he has to say, what bullshit he's talking about.
What's about to happen is a tipping point. There are various tipping points at the moment. Our planet is deeply in peril.
This is the thing I like here. Just to quick to say, I like. First of all, like he literally met the Chinese premier the other day at the airport after coming in a big fucking huge jet to Dublin Airport. Probably fucking pollute, like literally the fuel and stuff with that jet that's from the Communist Party of China is probably worth 50 billion cows that's in the country, right, in the world. and he came in that big jet. Second of all, China has literally it's burning coal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to produce energy and stuff like that, and they've added on extra coal power plants and stuff. And Eamon Ryan is on about we're causing all this. The Irish people are causing all this. You have too many cows. We have to take that away. You can't own things and be happy. You're not allowed to that. But I love the way he's coming out now and saying this. Like, you think he would have said to the Communist Party of China, you probably shouldn't be burning fossil fuels and stuff like that. You should cut down, because at the end of the day, let's be fair, Ireland is not going to make a difference. A few 0.5% or something like that, or 0.10%. Because let's remember, there's only 5 million people in Ireland. There's fucking billion people in China and India. And they're the two countries in the world that have the most pollution. And, what anything that Ireland does to affect pollution and things like that will not have any effect on anything, because we're just a small country, unless everybody done it together, like China and India. But that has never happened. You think the Chinese Communist Party are going to listen to Eamon Ryan about pollution and stuff like that? You really, really think they give a shit? But it's only true. It is true. Like, he literally sat there and met the Chinese premier and didn't probably utter a word about it. Like, if I was there and if I was preaching this stuff, I would literally call the Chinese premier out and be like, why the fuck are you turning up in the big fucking plane? And that's why we're going to invade each other, But you get what I'm saying, it's hypocrisy at the highest level, Like, hear this now.
Temperatures in the sea temperature and air temperature has gone off the dial. Nothing.
Off the dial, It's gone off the dial. Great stuff.
Like it has been seen before. It was the warmest January ever, following the warmest year ever. And there's a real fear. We have to act on climate change, because if you don't, you can go over a tipping point where it turns into runaway climate change. You can't stop it.
What does he mean by runaway climate change? Like, is it literally going to just run away? Like, what is the statement is that?
Very existence. But there are also tipping points on the other side. I was earlier at ESB. I've just launched a whole series of new power generation, clean batteries, which is going to help us switch the power system clean. And I think we're going
to see. What the fuck does that even mean? But this is the thing too. He's not understanding too. Like, the data centers for TikTok and stuff like that in Ireland are using literally the power of a whole fucking city. And like
travel. Now, with the money we've been spending, that €1 billion we spent in the last 4 years, it reaches a certain point where it changes things on the ground. It makes it safe to cycle. And when we make it safe to cycle, I'm absolutely convinced Dublin, just like Paris or London, is going to switch to cycling. And not just Dublin, Cork, Galway, Waterford, Limerick, every town around the country. And we're very close to that point, thanks to you and everyone in the NTA, designing it by good engineering. Putting networks together that connect up. That 82% response yesterday in the consultation for change in the city centre, I think the people are with us. Jack, you were saying earlier in Fingal.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he's literally been delusional. Like, he's literally Austrian Peter level delusional at this stage. Like, look at Finland at the moment. Look at Sweden. It's literally fucking full of ice and snow. And the media now are having a freak out about it. It's snowing in Finland. Like, wow, it's snowing in Finland. Who thought of that?
And other councils around the country, our councillors are starting to come around to reallocating space, to making it safe to walk and cycle. It's currently not safe. Talk to anyone who's cycling.
Like, what is not safe? Like, let's be fair. Like, it's not safe. You remember Helen McAtee, Dublin City Centre was safe, and her walking around with 50 guards behind her, and it didn't go well, because there was a fellow looking at her very funny and stuff like that, and had tank top and stuff like that. So it didn't go well that. But yeah, it's not safe in any part of the country, because the government are letting people in without even fucking checking any documents. Letting them, cycling and stuff like that. fucking, it's not safe to walk down the street, with your purse out. It's not safe to even let your door open for 5 minutes and go to the shop, because your whole house will be wobbling, your children will be gone, because that's the country we live in. And he's saying, he's on about people not being safe to walk, to walk fucking to fucking, I don't know, and to cycle. Even though probably the top priority is you should be safe to go walk to school in the morning without being killed on the road by some fucking lunatic with a meat cleaver or something like that. Running around the fucking place.
Cycling, it's not safe. We have to make it safe, and as we do that,
head of marketing to Dublin City said the whole thing, everything's safe, everything's fine.
Tipping point where there's a massive increase in cycling and walking as a mainstream form of transport for a city. That's what we're celebrating.
Celebrate, no.
But I think
nobody cares anymore. No one cares. Injustice, like literally. But yeah, that propaganda stud that pulled. Do you remember when she went around for a walk around with about 50 guards behind her? Also, Justin Trudeau is watching the stream apparently. He doesn't want to make Canada great again, apparently. So that's great. He's nice. Bye. Yeah, like what kind of, I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, we're not talking about that. Yeah, we don't want to go there. I know Joe Jefferson. We don't want to go there, or YouTube might not be too pleased with us. Yeah, we all know about that, but the YouTube doesn't want us to know. We're not supposed to know. The last person they knew something mysteriously fell off a cliff, unfortunately. So we're not allowed to talk about that. Or YouTube will make us disappear. Oh no, we're going to disappear now. Boom, bang, gone. Vamos. Ándale. Ow. All of our conspiracy theory. I can't tell you how many times this fucking year I've heard far right. Like, if I had a penny for every time I heard far right in the newspapers or on social media by the mainstream media, I'd be a millionaire. Just to say, like, I literally would have 6 or 7 million in the States. So it'd be great. So if the government could do that for me, it'd be appreciated. Every time they say far right, they give me €5. It'd be pretty handy, wouldn't it? Of course, in the game. Allegedly, of course, too. You'd be Jeff Bezos. I'd be literally Elon Musk. Oh, I know that. I see that. Yeah, I know that. It's just because YouTube, you never know, the top police might be here. the top police might be watching, so just be careful. And the top police are not very nice people. Whoop, whoop, is it on the police? Dun, dun, it's on the police. So yeah, just give me 2 minutes. I just have to go and do something for 2 seconds, and I'll be back. Thank you. Hello. He's disappointed. Send at the door, I wish. Send, yeah, she's taken over the show. She's now returned into this now. I go for 5 minutes and now this is when I come back. I don't know what to talk about. Oh yeah, the Mona Lisa. Yeah, I seen what you said, Fiona, the day. The Mona Lisa was attacked, so we have a perfect we have a perfect thing to replace it. If they well, not a thing, but we have a perfect painting to replace it. It's the new Mona Lisa. We actually have the Mona Lisa here with us. Isn't it very handy that we actually have it here and it's safe and sound and just stop by we can't get it, or whatever the fuck they were, some climate protests. But in all serious note, they shouldn't really be going around fucking stuff on the paintings. They shouldn't be doing that. I've seen it, yeah. It's better to say nothing and pretend that it doesn't exist. As the government do, pretend that the far right don't, not allegedly the far right exists. Pretend that they don't exist. that's the government. All these protests around the country pretend that they don't exist. All these people objecting to people being busted in the middle of the night pretend they don't exist. They don't exist. They're not there. They don't. They ignore them basically. That's what the government's now to it. So I'm just copying what the government. I don't know what to talk about. I think you're seeing stuff again. Yeah, Greta Thunberg was arrested. Yeah. Like, it's just all just a publicity thing for Greta Thunberg being arrested. Because literally every fucking time she goes out of the house at this stage, she's being arrested. And the police are literally just standing there with her for about an hour with the press just taking photos. Like, if you were being arrested for something, the guards wouldn't just literally keep you there for an hour to literally let them take photographs for an hour. They would just fuck you into the back of the squad car and off they go. They wouldn't hang around with you for an hour, just holding you with the cameras there. So it's all kind of just staged, to be honest. Very good. uh, yeah, well, obviously she's not going to go to countries where she's not going to get off. Well, obviously in the Western world she get off with it. If she came to this country, she'd be given a medal if she'd done anything wrong. She could literally go and shoot someone in the face in the middle of Dublin and tell him actually give him a medal and say that it was a cry for help, and that's what they say. And that's what would be said if she literally went and killed somebody in this country. And the same with the Western world, the majority of the Western world to be let off with. But if she went to maybe China or something like that and started preaching her stuff, I don't know what they let her off with. Let's put it that way. Or if she went to maybe Iran or something like that, I don't think it would happen too well. That's well. Yeah, how to live our lives, yeah, like quite literally. It's all about the Eamon Ryan flying to. Where is he going? Eamon Ryan's going to Brazil. He's off to see some Brazilian women in Brazil. He's off to fucking save the Amazon. Like that's what Eamon Ryan's off to on St. Patrick's Day. And obviously he's obviously going to swim there. He's going to go like this all the way from the Atlantic Ocean down to Brazil. He's going to swim night and day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. He's going to take 4 weeks to get there, but he's going to do it. He's literally just going to swim. He's going to swim like he never swam before. So that's what he's going to do. Isn't he great, Eamon Ryan? He thinks so much about the environment. He's not going to take a plane. Of course, I'll pay for by the taxpayer, of course. Of course he's going to do that. He cares about the environment and stuff like that. Even though he flew over to Egypt that time with loads of his staff and stuff like that. Of course. Of course he's going to do that. Bitch. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She would know she wouldn't get off with it in probably them countries. I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. They're not going to. He's not going to do that. Regardless of what happens, you'll be able to find loads of cocaine anyway. Excuse me, loads of white powder in allegedly white powder in Brazil, of course. He found it in the Amazon from Colombia and stuff like that. Allegedly, of course, in Peru, of course. Allegedly, of course. Also, in the game, he's going to play GTA Brazil and find cocaine and stuff like that. In the game, of course, in the game. To ungather Shane McConnell watching. Yeah, they need a raft to get to see people. We're not giving them a raft. We give them a fucking. What do you call them things you often would see at the beach? Like you blow air into it and they kind of like you can sit on or whatever you call that kind of yokes. Yeah, like whatever. Some part of South America is full of drugs anyway in South America, right? They all look after him, and he'd be well looked after. Yeah, you go to the Oakland, Peru, the Mayans. Yeah, it's something like that. Whatever you call them yokes. You know what I'm talking about. You see the beaches and stuff like the children often be sitting on top of them. So. Obviously he's not going to the United States, so he unfortunately won't find Hunter Biden. But he's obviously going to make a stop off soon at the White House before November. Joe Biden, wake up. Joe Biden, wake up, Joe. Joe Biden. Yeah, of course, allegedly, of course. Just itchy eye. Joe Biden, wake up. Oh, so somebody's climbed the Las Vegas Spear in Los Angeles. Las Vegas now, Los Angeles. Fucking I'm bit. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with it. Obviously, the mainstream media are literally going to just have them out them. But it'll be interesting to see. Then he probably interview Zelensky, probably too at some point. Tucker Carlson. But let's be fair, Zelensky, the only thing Zelensky's going to ask for is more money, more money, money. That's the only thing he's going to say. I need more money, I need more. You know, even though he's literally been given billions, like quite literally billions, just from the United States of America alone, without even adding the rest of the world. You know, so yeah, I think Tucker Carlson knows what Zelensky's going to say. I need more money. The United States needs to give me more money. You know. It's going to be 2 hours long, so it's going to be a long interview, you know. So you know it's going to be long, but I try and watch. I probably watch it in sections. I won't watch it all obviously at the one time, but watch it in sections. And obviously the bits it just be literally everywhere. Like it's going to literally be everywhere on Twitter. Like it's you wouldn't be able to ignore it, unfortunately. So the government will be and the mainstream media won't be able to ignore it because literally be in the face so much. So just seeing this on. So there's so there was a so yeah. This was on Courts Ireland News on Twitter. So an Irish couple, a man and a woman, had earmarked 177k, so 177,000 euro for the retirement home. So to buy a retirement home, right, or to whatever. And basically, this person that was running it, pretending that it was a retirement home, it actually was a retirement home and stuff like that. Was doing a scam, was scamming them basically for the money. And he transferred the money to money to a money mule, you know. Basically, long story short, a fully suspended sentence. So basically, he's let off with it. He's given a pat in the head and just let off with it. Very good. Justice system of this country is great. Like the justice system in this country is amazing, just to say. Like, it is literally just the best thing ever, isn't it? The justice system. Oh, I think I've seen that. Yeah, about Putin that time when he was in the Netherlands. Obviously, he's not for that kind of stuff. Well, the majority of people aren't, and I probably shouldn't be. Let's put it that way. Uh, so let me just see this for a second. So eventually we will probably add this feature into YouTube. You can see the screen. You can see people posting screen. I don't know how that works, but we work it out. So just seeing this here on Twitter too. 150 patients on trolleys at University Hospital, Limerick. Is the worst overcrowding day since 2006. I beg to differ. Uh, because it's always kind of been overcrowded. Every hospital's kind of always been fucking people on trolleys every fucking day of the week. So I beg to differ. I think the media is just it's coping a bit over this. Like, it's just literally just trying to say, oh, everything's fine. It's just one incident out of many hundreds. Also, our good friend Lord Cameron, the British Foreign Minister, obviously I wouldn't call him Lord, but I'm just being sarcastic, has tweeted, I'm deeply saddened by the tragic news from Chile that the former president of Chile has died in an accident. Now, an accident's many things, but, you know, he died suddenly, apparently, okay. You know, but anybody have any info on that as well? Oh, no. The Sinn Féin Council for Loud County Council. Interesting. Great people. I don't know. I just seen that from Lord Cameron. I see. Let's find out. I'm actually just wanting to see, because it's funny how he just specifically stated an accident. Like, it's specifically stated by Lord Cameron that it's an accident. I know people are probably just cringing at me saying Lord Cameron, but that's the way they kind of address the minister. In a helicopter crash. Okay, he could have died in a helicopter crash, man. He crashed into a lake. Okay. I don't know how you can crash into a lake, but it's been something wrong. Also, are they insane? Are they insane? So I've just literally got this here. So there's basically, I often look at this news channel. I suppose it's called Naval News. It's to do with navies around the world. So the Irish Navy, the Irish Defence Forces seem to have just completely lost their mind. So they're going to buy. It seems they're going to buy a 300 million support ship. So it's kind of like a small helicopter carrier. So to replace the flagship. Now, first of all, before anybody gets excited about investment into the defence forces, just to say, we have ships in dock. We have ships already that we can't even put on the ocean because we haven't got the people to put on the ocean. So why the fuck would you buy another ship that you haven't got a hope of putting men onto? Let's put it that way. So I think the government are just fucking have their head stuck in the sand. Yeah, I don't know much about him. I often remember hearing about him, the former Chilean president. Uh, don't know much about him, but I just thought it was suspicious the way it was being said. And then obviously I seen it was a helicopter crash, but who knows what was the story of it. Also, are we ready for the schnock though? Schnock. Pegale. Also, Monaghan is apparently the cheapest place for if you want to see a GP for GP fees. So everybody from Cavan has to go down to Monaghan now. The irony of that. It's supposed to be for here too. Like Cavan is supposed to be getting snow too, and we're supposed to be getting a bit of ice and stuff. A bit of ice. So yeah, we'll probably go on another 10 minutes because we've been nearly 2 hours live at that stage. So yeah, we'll be hanging on. So anything else anybody want to ask or talk about? Because I know I kind of probably bullshitted on for a long time today because I had a lot of things to say. Because see, I haven't been fucking saying much now the last day or two on social media on. And a lot of people have asked me before. I know I talked about this many times before. Why I don't post on Twitter? Like I could literally just post on Twitter. It's just my spelling is atrocious, and it'd be just bang your head against the wall trying to write a tweet and trying to argue with people, reply to people. Like it literally just be driving you mad. No, it's 100%. No, 100%. There's no need to apologize. If you have something to do, you have something to do. I don't mind. If you have something to do, you have to do it. There's no two ways about it. Bum, 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 bing, bing, bong, bing, 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 bong, bong, bong. Bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bing, bong. Looks into the camera, stares into the camera. Allegedly. I'll be soon getting my hair cut too. Isn't it great? It's by God, it's going. Now I know Sean. If Sean's here, he's going to come out with some comment. No, so I'm awaiting the comment from Sean and saying why I'm getting it done. Allegedly, because in the game. Allegedly, of course. Oh, Shilava, Araya, oh, Shilava, Araya, oh, Shilava, initial upfront. Sure, yeah. What was I going to say? So yeah, the person I bought, remember I bought the autograph of Santa Marine off, was saying the other day, he was offering it to me. He had another autograph for another head of state, and I decided not to get it, but I was going to get it. It would have been pretty funny, but I decided not to get it. So I just wanted to say because it would have been pretty funny if I did get it. So we would have had many autographs. On the old channel. Funny enough, my old channel name is Adrian Logan 69. It was an old kind of meme. It was my first channel. It was just kind of a meme channel. There's only one video remains on it. The Battle of Clontarf. Jesus. Bitchin' Pergole. Pergole, yeah. So no other questions for tonight, because don't be saying to me in 5 minutes time, wait, I have a question. But I didn't know about your second channel. We asked me about my second channel, huh? Oh yeah, so tomorrow is the 8th. So we only have a month then into the referendum. Just to say from tomorrow on. Oh yeah, but I never uploaded. Like it was just kind of a meme channel. You can probably still find it. Adrian Logan 69. Like there's only one video on it. It wasn't politics. It was just kind of memes. It wasn't anything funny or anything like that. It was just kind of cringe. So it's not what he did. And then I made this channel, which kind of became the thing. But obviously, I don't upload or anything. I never uploaded really anything useful. That's what I was just kind of memes. I'm Quentin. I am indeed. But it's still up. I think there's 1 or 2 videos still up. I've probably took it down a lot. Yeah, with guests, of course. That's the channel's for. Also, it doesn't look too good for your woman now, Aaron Only. Your Finnish woman. It doesn't look too good for her. And the presidential one. Because it seems like it's going to be the former Prime Minister of Finland. That's going to be Alexander, whatever you call him. Alexander. His glass, Alexander, what do you call him? Bovell or something like that. Bovell, something like that. Something like that. He's the former Prime Minister of Finland. It's a tell I can actually see his face and stuff like that. It haunts me in my dreams. I'm only joking. Wouldn't be the first person to say that. I think many Russian people would probably say that. Many Finnish people have haunted them in their dreams. So, oh dear. Yes, something like that. Something. Did I say Pablo or something? His glasses and stuff like that. Like I know him to see. He's winning at the moment. So he's probably going to be the most likely one, I say. Because obviously you need to realize like an only Joe can't just walk into the presidency of any country. Like you need to be known public face. You need to have that reputation behind you. And obviously being a former prime minister and stuff like that does enhance your chances of winning. Because you would be known to the public. Like even if you look at the last presidential race here, it was all basically just Dragons Den people. So they were all known because of their TV appearance and stuff like that. Like just normally Joe didn't just decide to walk in, because they wouldn't have a hope. Not even that, the money to run for the presidency is insane in this country, and just you need the support of local councils and stuff like that. Like it's fucking a clusterfuck. We're not really some scandals. You just need to be known, to be known face. So Michael D. Higgins too was a Labour TD and etc. Known for that. Yeah, and the other side, yeah. No, but she has those seats still in Parliament. Like she's still in Parliament, so I don't think she's going to leave. To join the Tony Blair Institute. So I say she's still in Parliament. I don't think she's going to be jumping anything there. So I don't know how much is it to win for the presidency in Ireland. Does anybody know? It's something like 300,000, 400,000. Obviously, you get nearly $500,000 a year probably in hand. Like that's your average salary or something like $500,000 or something the person gets, which is ridiculous for just sitting there and the Iraq up in the fucking Phoenix Park and do nothing. It's just head of state basically, and the commander in chief of the army, whatever fucking army left. Yeah, no bother of him. We were just about to go anyway in a few minutes anyway, so that's no bother at all. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's pretty much like billions. Yeah, obviously with the Secret Service and just bringing half things around the country, it costs a lot. But here, listen, lads and lassies, I think we might just leave it there for tonight. Yeah, no bother. I say we leave it there. I say that's a good probably point to leave it. So we will be back Saturday. Don't know what time. It'll be night time anyway. Maybe we might do a long stream. We'll see how we go. Because I'm not really that busy Saturday. No. I have a few things to do, but not that much. So we might stay a bit later. We might stay an hour or two for another, pretty much say maybe 3 hours. We see how we go. But we leave it there for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. We will be back definitely Saturday. I don't think there'll be any videos this week, as far as I know. So yeah, I'll leave you to it. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I talk to you Saturday. And good night, and take care. And of course, make sure to I don't know. Thank you anyway. Joe, bye.